Okay, hello everybody. This demonstration is to show you how to create pixel art using Excel spreadsheet. So you should have already opened up your Google Drive, opened up your MMA folder, and selected New Google Spreadsheet, and you'll get a blank looking spreadsheet like this. First thing you want to do is name it. So last name first, Lisa would be mine, and then the name of the project. So Spreadsheet Selfie. Okay, so once you've named it, what you're going to do for creating your image is you're going to be using conditional formatting. So what conditional formatting is it in Excel, it tells you, it sets certain parameters and rules so that if that cell, if the data in that cell applies to those rules, it will change to whatever color you set it to. Typically, let me show you how this is used. Excel is used for like budgeting and numbers and things like that. So what I've created here is a monthly budget. This is a mock monthly budget. I do not normally spend $500 on shopping a month. But if this were your budget, what you can do is if you come down here, you see the total amount that I'm allowing for my budget. And anything in red means that I've gone over the budget, and anything in green means I stayed within my budget range. So for instance, if I'm in the September column, maybe I spent $600 that month on shopping, so I went over my budget, it's going to turn red. But if I were to, for instance, spend less, maybe I only spent $350 that month, the cell will turn green, okay? Because it's under budget. And so that's how you set conditional formatting. So I'm going to show you how to do that so that you can create your own pixel art. And again, this is my image that came out. You can definitely take more time and get more detailed. This is just kind of a mock SketchUp, but we're going to do it for the sake of the demo. I'm just going to do like a simple flower, something like that. Okay, so this is how you would create it. You're going to go up to Format, Conditional Formatting, and then over on this side, on the right side, you're going to see all these different options for conditional formatting. Before you set any kind of rules, you want to go over to your this corner here, this blank corner, and press down, and that selects your entire spreadsheet. And you want to decrease the size of the cells so they look more like squares. Okay, so that's going to be better to work with. So if that's my cell, that looks good. Click anywhere off of that and it unhighlights that section. Okay, so again, you're in conditional formatting. And up here, the first thing you're going to click on is Apply to Range. So click on this button, and right here, the only thing that's highlighted right now is C6, but I want to actually highlight more sections. So let's pretend that I want to create grass at the bottom of my pixel art. I'm going to select this entire range here. And that's how you'll see it show up in the data range by just clicking and dragging and select OK. And then I'm going to come up here into Format Rules, and I'm going to select the number that says is equal to. And let me move my picture here so you can see it. Okay, here, rules, and you want to say is equal to. And you're going to give it a value, and it's a random number. So I'm going to just start with number 1. So anytime I put a 1 in that cell, I'm going to come down to the fill color, and I'm going to say, I want that fill color to be, maybe this is brown right now. Okay. So anytime I put a 1 in a cell, that cell is going to turn brown. And then I hit done. And then I'm going to test it. Okay. I'm over here. I'm in a cell. I hit 1, enter. And my cell turns brown, so it worked. Okay. So now I'm going to add, maybe I want to add the ground color. And this is like a lot to do to just do it one by one by one, right? So maybe I want to create, I want to be able to add more brown over the whole bottom of my screen. So I can actually select a range of cells like this, and I can just drag it. Well, actually I can drag it up, or I can drag this bottom corner out and it's going to extend that range so that all those in that section will be brown. Okay, that's how you would just like in a quick way be able to drag it and change all those brown. I'm going to delete if I don't want that color. Okay, so I've got my layer of ground, let's say. Now I want some grass. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to go to another rule and I'm going to say cell range. We want to do maybe this section right here. And with this range, I'm going to say okay. I'm going to say, you always want to use is equal to. Maybe my next value is number 2. Probably just easiest. And I'm going to say, if there's a number 2 in the cell, I want it to be a grassy color. So I'm going to pick green. You can also come down to custom and get kind of an exact color that you want. So this looks really good over here. I like this color green. So I say, okay. Okay, so now when I hit 2 in the cell, it's going to turn green. So let's try it out. Yep. Okay, it's working. It's working. Good. So again, maybe I don't want to do that a million times. I can just highlight that section, pull the tab down, and there's some grass, right? Maybe I want to do that for the entire section, right? So I can just drag it and drag it out to where I want it. So maybe this whole section is green. Now, here's another quick way that you can do. Okay, so hold on, I'm going to pause. So I'm not going to pause. Okay, so I've got some green. The other thing you can do is if you add another rule, you can, again, select this range. Now I'm going to select this range, say okay. And maybe I want this whole white section to be green, but I don't want to type in 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So what I can say is if the cell is empty, I want it to turn green. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to select the green color that I liked and hit done. So see where any cell in that range there was not anything in that cell, it turned green. Okay, now I need to draw my stem of the flower. So, or actually let's do the sun. So I'm going to add another rule and I'm going to say my range is going to be, I'm probably going to put the sun over here in the sky. So my range is going to be approximately like that. Say okay. Again, format, and you want to say is equal to, and the new value will be 3 because I've already used 1 and 2, and the color is going to be yellow. Now you can do different shades of yellow. If you add, just all you have to do is set a new rule, right? So right now we'll just say 3 for the sun, and I'm going to fill in 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, you get the idea. You can kind of just drag it out to how you want it. 3. And maybe I don't want it all that color yellow. Maybe I want to add another shade of color. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to add another rule. I'm going to select the range. Again, it's going to be this section right here. And I'm going to say is equal to. And now I'm on number 4. And I'm going to get my custom fill right here. And I'm going to say I want it to be more yellow. So let's drag the slider. And it's going to be a brighter color yellow, let's say. So I say, okay. And actually that's the text color, so I want to ignore that. Make sure you select the fill color, not the text color. That's what I just did. So click on the fill color. Maybe I want my yellow to have sun to have another shade of yellow. So I click done. So now whenever I click 4 in this section, it's going to be a different color. Okay, so make those. Imagine that I made that whole sun. Okay. Now, you've got your sun. I'm going to imagine that I made a flower there coming up here. And I want a background. I don't want this whole thing to just be blank. So I can select my section right here. And I can add another new rule. And I'm going to say if the cell is empty, I want it to be maybe I actually like that color blue background. So I'm going to select that one. This like light blue color. And there you go, done. Okay, so imagine that I've made a flower and all this. So the last step you want to do is you want to get rid of your numbers, right? Because you don't want those numbers in your final piece. So the way that you do that is you actually have to go into each condition that you set and open it up and change the text color this time to match exactly to the fill color. So my text color for this one was, I think it was this like light blue. Actually, you can open it up and check. Okay, it's this color right here. So I'm going to select that color. So now the text color is matching with the fill color. So when I select done, those numbers will go away. Okay, here we go. I'm going to just keep doing it to both of them. Check first what color you selected. Okay, I selected the third dot up from the bottom in the yellow column. So I'm going to do the same for my text color. The third dot up from the bottom. Say, okay, so did you notice that all those threes went away? And say done. On my yellow, same thing. I want to select the same exact color as my fill. That's that top yellow. So I'm going to go here, top yellow. Done, gone. Okay, so you do that for the whole thing. Let's just get the let's do the bottom here. Let's see the brown. That's done. And I think we've got the blue. For some reason, let me just highlight. There we go. Okay, so this value was hidden, and I'm going to select. It's already down there at the custom, so I'm going to do text color. Mouse is acting up. Green. There you go. So it goes away. And the last one you want to do is the brown. So click on the brown. Then you're going to see what that color was. This is the bottom one that's checked. So I'm going to add that to my text color, the bottom brown. Done. Okay, so now I've got this nice sunny day, and you're going to add details with adding different colors and everything. And then the last step you want to do is you want to go up to View, Grid Lines, and take those off. So then you don't have any grid lines in your back. And you go, now you're done with your picture, you want to export it. So go File, scroll down to Download, and you want to download it as a PDF. Okay, so there's my PDF document. I'm going to show you in another video how to convert that into a JPEG, which is an image file. And the image file is what you're going to upload to Google Classroom. Okay, hit export, and then you are done. Nice job.